Hey beauty, thank you for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, I will be doing the My Fragrance Personality tag. I was tagged by my girl Devin here on YouTube. Thank you so much for tagging me. I love your channel. She has an amazing channel. She talks about fragrance and body care, so I will link her channel down below. And I will also go ahead and link some other amazing YouTube channels down below, some other ladies to do this tag as well. So be sure to check out the description box. If you're watching this and you love fragrances, then I invite you to join in on this tag as well. This tag was created by the lovely Simply Ayesha here on YouTube. I think it's a really fun tag, so I'm really grateful that she created this tag. So if you're still here, you might as well stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you to all of you who are back for another video, who are subscribed, who have liked the videos, have commented. Today is Thanksgiving over here, so I wanted to express my gratitude to you all for your unwavering support, especially those of you who have been with me and supporting me since my thrifty chic days. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for just being interested in my content, and not just interested in my content, but actually genuinely interested in my life and my well-being for all these years. I'm so grateful to you, so thank you. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ker-leen. On this channel, I make videos on lifestyle, luxury, I do review videos, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of my motherhood journey. So if any of those things sound good to you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I would love to have you here. And also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right. Let's get into it. So I have the questions on my phone here. The first question is, what is your Boss Babe scent? So my Boss Babe scent has got to be Ker-leen Herrera's Good Girl. This is the perfect Boss Babe scent in my opinion, as far as what's in my collection, and I don't have a big collection, mind you. So let me preface this tag by saying I do not have a large perfume collection. I have about 35 bottles in my collection right now, and some are getting ready to be sold because I don't want to go over 30 bottles. So that being said, Ker-leen Herrera's Good Girl, this is almost finished, but this fragrance was one of the first fragrances I purchased when I was building my collection, and I genuinely love this fragrance. When I first spray this, I get a blast of that bergamot and that coffee. And then the longer this wears on the skin, the deeper and richer it gets. I also love that there's a floral aspect to this fragrance. It has tuberose, which is very prominent to my nose. Tuberose is one of my favorite fragrance notes. So this fragrance is so good. It has like praline and tonka and vanilla and cinnamon and sandalwood at the base, so it gets deeper and more warmer and sensual the longer it wears. And something about the combination of notes in this fragrance makes it dark, but in a very feminine way. So it doesn't get too dark, it doesn't get masculine, it stays feminine, but it's a serious fragrance. My husband has referenced this fragrance as being serious as well. He said it's not a play fragrance, and I would agree with him. So this would be my Boss Babe fragrance. This is Ker-leen Herrera's Good Girl. The next question is, what is my go-to bedtime scent? And that was easy, y'all. That was easy. I know Devin talked about loving Burberry Her and Burberry Her Elixir in her video. And Burberry Her Elixir, y'all, is so good. It is so good. I love that this is creamy, it's soft, it's sweet. When I smell this, it puts me in the mind of like a soft pillow. So when I am freshly showered, moisturized, this is one of the ones that I reach for bed. It's creamy, it's powdery. It makes me feel very feminine, very soft. And it just envelops me, and I love this fragrance. This is a perfect year-round fragrance. I just feel so cozied up and ready for bed when I have this on. It also helps that my husband loves this fragrance as well. It's non-offensive, but you definitely smell it. It has a great sillage. It's just really beautiful and soft and feminine, and puts me in the mind of, let me cozy up under my blankets. Speaking of cozying up under my blankets, the next question asks, what is your hug in a bottle scent? And for me, my hug in a bottle scent is expensive and bougie, and it is going to be none other than Tri Becca by Bond Number 9. This fragrance is so cozy and soft and warm and inviting. It is the perfect hug in a bottle. What I love about this fragrance is oh, it's so good. That ambroxan, I feel like, gives this such an airy vibe. So although this is like a nutty and sweet and gourmand leaning fragrance, it remains very light and airy, very weightless. And I love that about this fragrance. The weightlessness of it is why I feel like it's like a hug in a bottle. When I wear it, it just feels cozy and it's comforting, and it instantly puts me in the best mood. So I love this. In addition to Burberry Her Elixir, I also love wearing this one to bed as well. I feel like this is the perfect chunky sweater, cold weather type of scent. It smells expensive. It is so, so good. So this is my hug in a bottle for all of those reasons. It's nutty, it's sweet, it's gourmand leaning, but it's not heavy. It's very weightless. It's creamy. It has a tiny bit of a lactonic essence to it. So this is just so, so good, y'all. And this is Bond Number 9's Tri Becca. The next question asks, what is your secret weapon of mass seduction? Now, while it was hard for me to pick something like this because I don't really have any femme fatale fragrances in my collection, this was one that when I purchased it, I felt so feminine and so sexy in this fragrance. It's playful, it's flirty. My husband really, really loves this one as well. And so that would be Ker-leen Herrera's Very Good Girl. If you can't tell already, I do love Ker-leen Herrera fragrances, especially the ones in the shoe. So this is another one. So this one has been compared to Delina, but I feel like it's lighter and it's less rose heavy than Delina. Like Devin was saying in her video, Delina is a fragrance that she could not get with, and I couldn't get with it either because the rose I feel like is so dense and heavy that it was headache inducing for me. So I never warmed up to Delina. So if that's the case for you, you may like Ker-leen Herrera's Good Girl. This one is immediately when I spray this one, it gives me like this shampooy, sweet, fruity vibe. So it smells very fresh, very bright, very uplifting. Yet those florals make it very, very feminine, and what I feel makes it really, really sexy. So the mix of that sweet, tart fruit at the top with the florals, and then it's rounded out with a really sweet base. This is so, so good. So when I wear this, it makes me feel very fresh smelling. It makes me feel super feminine. It makes me feel sexy. It's definitely a mood boosting type of fragrance, and it's well liked by many people. The scent profile is well enjoyed, and I think that's why Delina is enjoyed so much by not necessarily the person wearing it, but people who smell Delina, is because this type of DNA, these mix of notes, is very well liked by a lot of people. So this one right here is definitely going to be my weapon of mass seduction. And this is Ker-leen Herrera's Very Good Girl. The next question asks, what is a fragrance you never wear but can't part with? So for me, this was easy because I was looking at this fragrance the other day and I thought those exact things to myself. I said, I never wear this fragrance. And then I opened up the cap and put it to my nose, and I was like, but I can't get rid of it. I cannot sell you. And that is Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. Bitter Peach is a beautiful fragrance. It is a sweet, boozy, warm, spicy fragrance. It has some woody components to it as well, and it is one of those fragrances that I feel like the mix of notes is just very masterfully done. And so for those reasons, I know that if I sell this, I'm probably going to regret it, even though I never wear this. Like last year I was wearing it a lot, but this past year I've rarely worn this. I have not picked it up. And y'all know, like I said earlier, I don't want my fragrance collection to get over like 30 bottles, and that takes a lot of work to both enjoy fragrances and not amass more than my cap. And my cap is 30, 35 at the most at any given time. I was looking at this and I was like, I haven't worn you. So what are we gonna do about this? And then I smelled it and I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna regret it if I sell this. It's so good. And one of the things I love about this fragrance is, you know what? This fragrance could also be like a fragrance of mass seduction as well, because it's really sexy. It's a sexy fragrance. It warms and blooms on the skin like nothing else. If you think this smells good, like from the cap, from the nozzle, put this on your skin and it's even more arresting, even more beautiful. So this is one that, although I don't wear it very often, I'm going to be keeping this in my collection. I cannot part with it. This is Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. The next question is, what is one of your favorite fragrances that you don't wear enough? For me, that is going to be Louis Vuitton's Attrape. This fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances because my husband purchased it for me on our anniversary. So it's a fragrance that has a lot of great memories tied to it. It's absolutely beautiful and it's just so good. It's not quite beast mode, but it packs a punch. It's a great performer. And for that reason, because I live in Florida and it's always very humid, this can become cloying in the heat. It's warm most of the year, and so that is the only reason why I don't wear this more often. So I'm super excited to wear this in the coming days, in the fall, in the winter time. I'm really excited to wear this. This is one of those that girl type of fragrances. It's both playful and business. It's both sweet and flirty, but also sexy. It smells very expensive, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. So this is one of those fragrances that is the perfect that girl type of fragrance, pretty girl type of scent, because it's so beautifully balanced and it smells expensive. And for the price tag, I would hope that it smells expensive, right? So yeah, this is Louis Vuitton's Attrape. The next question, what is a fragrance you would recommend for a beginner that wants to smell unique? That one is really easy for me. A lot of the designer fragrances that are mass appealing and would be nice for beginners are a little redundant. This is a fragrance, however, that I feel is mass appealing but smells very unique, and that is Sunset Hour by Goldfield and Banks. It's not the most expensive niche fragrance, so it's very affordable, relatively speaking. And it's masterfully done. The combination of notes is so beautifully blended that you cannot pick apart the notes. This is sweet, it's creamy, it's a little warm, spicy. It has some woody notes in here. I think sandalwood is one of the notes in here. So it does have a woody essence. It's very creamy. It opens up very sweet. And the way that this opens up is very reminiscent to Donna Born in Roma by Valentino. So it opens up like that, but then it develops into something else altogether. It's another one of those year-round fragrances. So again, great for beginners because you can wear it any time of the year, but you will always smell unique and you will always smell like you have something expensive on. So that is Sunset Hour by Goldfield and Banks. The next question is, what is a fragrance that you love that everyone else seems to hate? Ellis Brooklyn's Vanilla Milk. This is a fragrance that I'm obsessed with, but has the worst reviews. Well, some of the worst reviews anyway. People have said that when they spray this, they smell burning tires, they smell rotten milk, they smell rotten eggs, they smell, it smells like a campfire, but not in a good way. Like, you name it, people have really come for this fragrance and roasted it. Yet somehow, it speaks to me. I actually wore this last night to bed and I love this fragrance. It is so long lasting too. Like, it was on my PJs, on my skin, and it smelled as if I had just sprayed it when I woke up this morning. So this is one that I really love, and it's just great. I think that what people don't like is the opening of this. But what I love the most about this is how it develops on my skin. It makes me feel like I just naturally smell good. Like I'm just emanating a beautiful, warm, and sweet scent. I also love that this is lactonic. And I think a lot of the people that don't like this do not like purely lactonic fragrances. They may like a little bit of a lactonic vibe, but they probably don't like a true full-on lactonic glass of milk type of fragrance. So yeah, this is one that I love, but everyone else seems to hate. This is Vanilla Milk by Ellis Brooklyn. The next question asks, what is an overhyped fragrance that you currently own? This fragrance is no longer an overhyped fragrance. It's kind of old news now in the fragrance community, but it was overhyped at one point. When I smelled it, I knew I had to have this in my collection, just as like a collector's item, if you will, and that is Loms Lael. This is such a gorgeous fragrance. Again, one of those fragrances I feel like it's like a pretty girl fragrance. That's how I feel when I put it on, yet it has this seriousness to it. And I think that can be attributed to the patchouli and the woody essence at the base of this. It's so sweet. It's like, to me anyways, it's like so sweet, like cavity inducing sweet, yet it's still very perfumey. It's not like overly gourmand or anything like that. The patchouli makes it really, really long lasting. You can smell the patchouli in here, but it's not a sharp or harsh or offensive patchouli, but you definitely pick up on the patchouli in here. I really, really love this fragrance. I think this is one of those fragrances that has one of the most beautiful praline notes that I have smelled so far. It's just so good, y'all. This one is so, so good. I love this fragrance. Whenever I go out by myself, I love to put this on. I tend not to reach for it when I'm gonna be around a lot of people or when I'm with my family, because in my opinion, this is a little beast mode. Like, this is, yeah, she performs really, really nicely. So I like to wear her when I am by myself. Yeah, and I love this. So it was once overhyped, but now at this point it's probably just old news. But yes, this is an overhyped fragrance that is still in my collection. This is Loms Lael. Question number 10, what fragrance is on the chopping block? For me, the fragrance that is on my chopping block is going to be Not Another Cherry by Finery Perfumes, and you can get this fragrance at Target. This is a fragrance that is currently listed on my Mercari, and I am looking for a new home for her because I am not the biggest cherry person. Recently, I smelled the 7 Virtues cherry and I did a video on it, and the next cherry fragrance that I will purchase will be that one. I currently have the travel size, and it is the most beautiful cherry fragrance I have smelled thus far. It's creamy, it's marshmallowy, it's woody, it's sweet. It is the most perfectly balanced cherry fragrance I have smelled, and because of that, this fragrance ended up on the chopping block because I'm not the biggest cherry person, so I don't need more than one cherry fragrance in my collection. This is smelling more like a cherry syrup that is sweet with slight woody touches, but nowhere near as creamy or as nuanced as 7 Virtues. So I am definitely looking for a new home for this one. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is a dent, but there's still, this is like a 2.5 fluid ounce bottle, I think. There's still more than half of the fragrance in here. This is Finery Perfumes, Not Another Cherry. The next question is, what is the last fragrance that you purchased? I think I might have purchased this one last, and this one is Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. This is going to be my scent of the day. This is my Thanksgiving scent, and y'all, this is amazing. I've gotten samples of both Lyra and Acro Bake, the other fragrances that this is compared to, and I ended up purchasing this because I felt like this was the perfect combination and balance of that lemon pound cake, super sweet yet zesty type of gourmand fragrance. This fragrance, y'all, is so good. This is like one of the best designer fragrances in my collection. It is such a great performer. It's really long lasting, and it's a compliment getter. I sprayed this the last time I was at the mall. I was at Sephora. I walked into another store and the guy there was like, "What are you wearing? It smells so good. It smells so delicious." And I was trying to think about what do I have on? And then it clicked. I had just sprayed Devotion. That was one of the things that made me pull the trigger on this. But the other, I think, is that panna cotta note that this has in it. I think that is what I'm drawn to, because this genuinely smells like something I would love to eat. So this is so good, yet somehow it still has a perfumey essence and a perfumey vibe to it, whereas Bake, I feel like, is straight up like food, so super duper gourmand. And then Lyra, I feel like Lyra is a bit more quiet than this and doesn't make as much of a statement as this. Yeah, those are the reasons why I ended up getting Devotion, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I will be wearing this a lot. I did order the holiday gift set, so I've been spraying the heck out of the travel size. So That's almost done, so we're gonna be cracking into this bottle real soon here. The next question is, what fragrance is at the top of your wish list? That's easy for me. That's gonna be Ker-leen's Fève Gourmand. That fragrance is on the top of my wish list. The price though is really why I don't already have it. Like you saw, I have purchased a lot of new fragrances for the holiday season, and I kind of feel like maybe I should wait till the new year to pick that one up and really just enjoy the new ones that I have just purchased, because the price is steep, y'all. It's really steep. Nevertheless, I'm so happy that it is back. I have wanted gourmand cooking for a long time. So supposedly it's been repackaged, not reformulated. So I don't know what the original one smells like. I just know that when I caught wind of it, it was already sold out and you had to purchase it from Europe. And at the time I wasn't really willing to do all of that. That one is at the top of my list, and I'll probably more than likely get it in the new year. I think I'm on the last question. I hope I didn't skip any questions. This was quite a long list. And actually some of the questions on this list were a little bit difficult, more difficult than I thought they were gonna be. And this last question is one of those difficult questions. What is my one fragrance for life? I am not the kind of girl who can wear one fragrance all year round. I used to be before I got into fragrances. I used to have one or two fragrances that I wore over and over and over again, and today, that is just not me. I love exploring. I love smelling different every day. I love to let my mood dictate my fragrance choices for the day. So this question was a little bit difficult for me. But what I decided to do was look at my current collection for a fragrance that met a lot of different occasions and purposes and moods and seasons. And that fragrance was none other than Parfums de Marly's Ker-leen. Somehow I have used half of this bottle, and that is because whenever I don't know what to wear, this is an easy reach fragrance. This is also a fragrance that has a lot of elements that would work for any occasion. So if I had to have only one fragrance for life, this would be it, because this has fruits at the top. It has florals. It has a tropical essence. One of the florals is frangipani at the mid. It has both red and dark berries. It has a beautiful tonka and vanilla, like a beautiful creamy base. It has sandalwood. It's creamy, it's tropical, it's sweet, it's floral. It's a beautifully balanced fragrance that I can wear in the morning, in the evening. I can wear it for brunch. I can wear it for the holidays. I can take this on vacation with me. So it just checks off a lot of boxes. So if I had to pick one fragrance for life, it would probably be this one, because this one, I don't get tired of it for any reason. And it just, when I don't know what to wear, it's an easy reach. And it's also soft and powdery. It kind of gives me the same vibes that Burberry Her Elixir gives me, as well as Bond No. 9's Tri Becca. That soft, powdery, feather on my skin type of vibe. That's what this gives me as well. But it's sweet, it's creamy, it's a little tropical. So the nuances in here kind of fit so many different occasions, seasons, and moods. So yeah, my one fragrance for life, Ker-leen by Parfums de Marly. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are still here and this video was enjoyable to you or it helped you in any way, then definitely go ahead and hit the like button for your girl on your way out. It really helps my channel. And also, if you enjoy videos like this, I do fragrance content on my channel quite often. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I would love to have you join us and be a part of the family. And also, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video. As I mentioned, today is Thanksgiving. So my closing thought for you today is something that I heard in a video I watched recently. And that is, we will never get this moment again. Like literally, you'll never get the previous second again. You'll never get this day again. And because of that, it's up to you and I to really live in the moment and be grateful, exercise gratitude. And this morning I was reading the Bible with my kids, and we were reading a scripture about helping others and giving to others. And one of the things I used to love to do with my kids, and that they've reminded me that we need to start back doing, is we used to love doing pay it forwards. So I'd go through a drive-through and pay for the person behind me, and hoping to start a chain reaction of of just people helping each other and giving. And that was my way of literally practicing gratitude. Gratitude is not natural to us as humans. We have to literally practice it. So today, I just want to remind you to live in the now and look for ways that you can practically be grateful. I will be over here doing that exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon.